Hello viewers, I'm Rose. Welcome back to my channel. Sometimes back, cooking was not something I really enjoyed. However, in the quest to build up a good relationship with food, I started recording small videos as I cooked. Join me in this journey as I share my cooking episodes and learn more about making delicious meals from home. I'm not a chef obviously, but together we can embrace cooking and make it exciting. Let's make every minute in the kitchen worth it. In today's vlog, I am going to be preparing breakfast. I'll be making some eggs, some smokies, and some plantain. Being the first time I'm making plantain, I'm really hoping that they cook well. I'll begin by chopping the plantain into thin slices. To a heated pan, I'm going to add some cooking oil, allow it to heat up and add my smokies and leave them until they cook. Once my smokies are cooked, I will then use the same pan to cook my plantain. After adding the plantain, I'm going to allow this to cook until both sides are golden brown.
I'm walking alone, the streets are empty. The only thing I can see is my own silhouette.
As my plantain continues cooking, I'm going to use another pan to prepare some eggs. My breakfast delicacies are now cooked. I have eggs, smokies, and plantain.
I'm walking alone, the streets are empty. The only thing I can see is my own silhouette. I'm getting stronger.
I made sure to add some orange slices to the breakfast to ensure that it had all nutrients. Be sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe. See you in the next one. Back to my channel. So today I want to take you along with me as I prepare some simple beef stew. So what I've done to my meat, I washed my meat and then I boiled it. So far this is how it looks like after boiling it. With the meat boiled now, I'm going to fry it with some simple ingredients. These are my ingredients. I have some onion, garlic, and tomatoes. And I've chopped a bit of tomatoes because I do not have any tomato paste. I will then spice up my meat with some beef cubes. I will also add some mixed spice. And lastly, I am going to use some garam masala. This garam masala here. I will first add some onions to the meat and some cooking oil, a bit of cooking oil, and I will put these on heat to allow the onions to become translucent. I will then add some tomatoes, and it's quite a bit of tomatoes because I do not have any tomato paste. So I will stir and allow the tomatoes to cook until they are well cooked. As you can see now, my tomatoes are well cooked, so I'm going to add my beef cubes. I'm also going to add my 2 spices, that is the mixed spice and garam masala. And you can see I'm not measuring the spices. This is because I'm using my eyes and I'm looking at the quantity of my meat so that I can be able to spice it well enough. After mixing the spices, I'm stirring so that they can intertwine well with the meat, the spices and the meat. And then after this, At this point, I'm going to add some water so that I can have some soup. And if in any case you have some tomato paste in your house, this is the point where you add it so as to thicken your stew. I am then going to allow it to cook for some time, and these are the results. You can see the meat is well cooked, and I also have thick stew, and I can have these together with ugali or even with rice, and it is a very delicious meal. So thank you very much for joining me. Please try out the simple recipe and leave a comment in the comment section. In today's video, my grandmother will be taking us through how she prepares her mokimo kienyeji using potatoes, some green maize that she's going to be boiling, and also some green leaves that I really don't know the English name, but maybe with time we will know about them. The first step was cleaning the potatoes as well as the green leaves and chopping them into bits, and then putting them on some heat and boiling them until they soften. The potatoes are then boiled until they cook, and after cooking we are going to add our green maize and start mashing them together. But before then, we are going to blend the boiled green leaves, make a paste out of them, and add it to the mokimo to make it appear greener. And these are the results. After mashing it well, the dish is cooked, and it was very delicious since I was the first person to take a bite of it. My grandmother later put the mokimo in a pot to add on to the aesthetics before our guests arrived. Apart from mokimo, my grandmother also prepared some beef stew, some black beans, some steamed cabbages, brown rice, white rice, and some fruits. Thank you for joining me in this one. See you in the next one. Rosamel Swald signing in. It's been long since I uploaded a video, but I'm back again. Let's dive into today's video. I will be preparing a minced beef stew that can be served with rice or chapati, and the second dish I will be preparing is githeri, which is a local Kenyan dish that is a combination of corn and beans. The ingredients I will use for the meals are locally available at any grocery store, and as for the spices, I will use the ones that I love most. So don't feel limited when spicing your meals, just use what works for you. As I cook today, I would like to talk about eating, since sometimes it can be a real struggle. There are things that I have learned that have really helped me make peace with food, and I would like to share them with you. The first and most important thing that I have learned is not to label food as good or bad, since this is a limiting behavior to what you eat. The second lesson that I have learned when it comes to eating is that I should eat when I'm hungry. I have come to understand that most of us often end up not eating when hungry because we are either too busy with work or other issues. However, having snacks around can really help us when eating options are limited. And in my case, I enjoy having an apple or even some cut pieces of oranges around me or in my bag so that I can easily eat them when I'm hungry. The third lesson that I have learned about eating is that we eat what we see. This is especially helpful in instances when we are at home. You can prepare dishes and snacks and put them around you so that you can consume them whenever you see them. The more you see something, the more you're going to be ready and willing to eat it, unlike when it is far away from you and you're not seeing it.
but not the least important thing that I've learned about eating is that I should increase my intake of fluids. And to increase my water intake, I make sure I carry my water bottle with me and place it in places where I can easily see it. And this serves me as a constant reminder for me to drink it. Rosamel's World signing off. I hope that you enjoyed the vlog and that you have learned something. Be sure to like, share, comment and subscribe. See you in the next one.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Rosamel's World signing in. I'm so glad to have you, and in today's vlog I'll be taking you along as I prepare some mashed potatoes and some cola bacon. For sure we are going to be elevating this dish and I can't wait to take you along. Welcome. To start off the cooking, I have added my potatoes in my cooking pot. I will add some water and leave my potatoes to boil. I have added my water and some salt to taste, and I'm going to cover it up and leave it to cook. As my potatoes cook, I will chop my bacon into tiny bits and then fry it. I have already added the bacon into my pan, cut it into small bits, and I'm going to fry it until it's crispy. Here's the bacon. I have already chopped it into small bits and I want to fry it. And by the way, I don't know if I'm the only person who finds bacon very oily. So to start off, I've not added any oil to the pan, but rather I've added some water. And once the water has evaporated, I will allow the bacon to cook by itself until it's crispy. So this is how my potatoes are looking. They're fully cooked. I have not disturbed them. I'll drain off the excess water, then we'll start mashing them. So these are the results after I have drained off the excess water. I'll add the bacon, the crispy bacon. Here it is. And guys, don't be deceived. I have used a whole 100 grams of bacon, but it has shrunk after I have fried it. So I'm going to add it to the potatoes. I'm also going to add some butter, and in this case I'm going to use some Bluebird. If you're going to cook this recipe, you can use any kind of butter that you have. And last but not least, I am going to add a bit of milk. Once I've done that, I am now going to begin mashing my potatoes together. So these are the final results of the mashed potatoes, and as you can see, I have bits of bacon all over my food. But maybe next time when I prepare this dish, I might decide to use a little bit more bacon so that we can have a bite of bacon in every bite. All the same, I've already tasted the dish and it is quite delicious. Very soft, but when you get to bite into bacon, it turns out to be very crispy. We are going to enjoy this with some vegetables and some kachumbari. So you can also try it and give me your comments and feedback once you try this dish.
In today's vlog, we're going to be making an attempt to cook jollof rice. This is a West African dish made with peppers, tomatoes, herbs and spices. It can be served along with fish, goat, beef or chicken. It is a smoky and spicy dish with a hint of sweetness from tomatoes. In order to make the best jollof rice, you need to give attention to the sauce. The ingredients I'll be using will be tomatoes, red bell peppers, onions, curry powder, 3 chicken cubes, bay leaves, thyme, and some tomato paste. I will make my sauce by blending together the tomatoes, red bell peppers, and onions. To an empty cooking pot, I will add onions, cooking oil, and I'm going to allow my onions to cook until they're brown. Once my onions have browned, I am going to add the mixture that I blended earlier and some tomato paste, and I'm going to stir the mixture for some time. After stirring, I will then cover the mixture and allow it to cook for about 10 minutes. Once my sauce is cooked, I will add some chicken cubes, thyme, rice, and a bay leaf. I will stir the rice I will then add 3 cups of water. However, in case you have broth, you can use it. I will stir the mixture and cover it to cook. At this point, my jollof rice is cooked and ready to be served. However, I realized that I added more water than required, therefore my rice cooked before all the water got drained. Anyway, despite the water issue, my dish was flavorful. I have never eaten jollof rice before, but after this attempt, I will make a point of cooking it over and over again until I can get better at cooking it. I served mine with tomatoes and onions and it turned out delicious. Please make a point of trying this dish and leave a comment in the comment section on how yours will turn out. Don't forget to like, share, comment and subscribe. See you in the next one. In today's vlog, I will be preparing some coconut bean stew. The ingredients I will use include onions, fresh coriander leaves, tomatoes, carrots and yellow bell peppers. I will also be cooking some rice for the stew. To spice up the stew, I will use paprika, coriander, mixed spice, garam masala, beef cubes, coconut cream and tomato paste. To an empty cooking pot, I will add water, cooking oil and salt and cover it to boil. To another, I will add cooking oil, onions, and I will allow my onions to cook until they are brown. Once my onions have browned, I will add tomatoes, carrots and yellow bell peppers. I will cover the vegetables to cook for about 2 minutes. As the veggies cook, my rice water is already boiled and I add the rice, lower the heat and cover it to cook. To the cooked vegetables, I will add spices, stir and add beans. At this point, I will add tomato paste and some water. My white rice is already cooked and came out so great. Once my bean stew has come to a boil, I will add my coconut cream, stir and leave it to cook for another 2 minutes. By the way, I added some salt to taste off camera. I will finish off the dish by adding my fresh coriander leaves to the stew. My dish is cooked and ready to be plated. I served my coconut bean stew with some rice and the dish turned out to be very yummy. Please be sure to try out this dish and leave a comment in the comment section. Don't forget to like, share, comment and subscribe. See you in the next one. Hello everyone, in today's vlog we're going to make some rice. We have some meat boiling as well as some green peas, that's what you can see.
and we are going to be preparing some ingredients. We have some garlic, some onions, some carrots, and some tomatoes. I'm going to dice them up into small pieces, then we are going to use them to prepare our dish. My ingredients are now fully prepped. I have got some tomatoes, some carrots, my onion, and my garlic. That is what I'm going to be using for the meal. Apart from that, I'm also going to be adding some spices. These are my spices. I've got some 2 beef cubes. I also have mixed spices, garam masala and pilau masala in my plate. We are going to use those spices to spice the meal up. I'm also going to use some 2 cups of rice. I've washed it and dried it using the strainer. This is the rice here. Back to the cooking pots. My meat is well boiled, as well as my peas. You can see the meat is not much, you do not need a lot of it. My peas are also boiled and they're fully cooked. These are my peas, looking so good, and also my meat. To a hot pan, I'm going to add some cooking oil. Then I'm going to add my onions as well as my garlic. I'm going to allow this to cook until the onion turns brown. My onions are already cooked. To these, I'm going to add some diced carrots and tomatoes, and I'm going to allow them to cook until they're mushy. My tomatoes are cooked. To the mixture, I'm going to add my spices. I am then going to mix them well. To the mixture, I'll now add my meat as well as my peas. I will stir them well and allow them to cook for some time. I will then add some tomato paste to the meal to thicken it. And the combination is really looking good. So to the mixture now, I'm going to add my rice. After adding my rice, I'm going to stir the meal well to ensure that all the rice particles are coated with the mixture of meat, peas, tomatoes, and carrots. After mixing them well, I'm going to add broth that I got from the meat that I boiled earlier, and then I'm going to stir. I'm also going to add some salt and then stir well, and I'm going to cover my food to allow it to cook. Our food is ready now. We can plate it. These are the results. Thank you so much for joining me in today's vlog. Hope to see you in the next one. Bye.
Welcome back to my channel, guys. It has been a long time since we posted something, but finally we are back. In today's vlog, I am going to be preparing a simple beef stew recipe that is a classic for most of us. I'll be using some white onions, some carrots, some tomatoes, red and yellow bell peppers, peas, some boiled meat and some coriander leaves. So join me as we make this simple classic beef stew. I'll be using this pan that I had already used to boil my meat. No wonder you can see it's not that clean. And I'm going to be adding my cooking oil. After adding my cooking oil, I'm going to allow my pan to get some heat and I'm going to add my onions. Once my oil has heated up, I am going to be adding the white onions that I had chopped earlier and I'm going to allow them to cook until they're brown. I am then going to add some crushed ginger and garlic paste. I love the smell that ginger and garlic add to food. It's definitely something that you should try out. Once my onions have browned, I will add the meat that I had boiled earlier. And I chose to add the meat at this stage so that it can soak in the flavors of ginger and garlic.
I'm walking alone, the streets are empty. The only thing I can see is my own silhouette. I'm getting stronger, step by step. The clock is ticking.
The meat looks delicious, guys. So at this point we are adding in our diced tomatoes and we're going to leave them to cook until they're mushy. At this point, I'm going to add some beef cubes. I've only added 2 since the stew is not much. And I'm also going to be adding other spices. I will be adding paprika spice, very important. I always use it in all of my meals. I'm also going to be adding some curry powder and a hint of black pepper. To finish up, I'm going to be adding some tomato paste for thickness of my broth. Once I've completely mixed that together, I am now going to add my vegetables. I'll begin by adding my diced carrots. And by the way, do you enjoy eating raw carrots or cooked carrots? Answer me in the comment section below. And I'm also going to add my peas so that they can soften together with the carrots. I'm going to leave this to cook for some few minutes. Then once you're back, we're going to add in the red and yellow bell peppers and top it off with some coriander leaves. So at this point, just tell me you don't want to taste my food. It looks more than delicious. The last step, I'm going to be adding in my red and yellow bell peppers, and since we do not want them too soggy, we're not going to allow them to cook for such a long while. We're just going to need them to soften a bit. And don't I love the colors of the food? Almost looks like a rainbow, and who doesn't want to eat colorful food, guys? So the last step to finish up my beef stew, I have added some coriander leaves. And to those of you who may be wondering, I added some salt off camera, and I also added some broth. So I need to praise my ancestors, that's for sure. So I'm going to let the coriander leaves cook for a few minutes, even a second maybe. Then my stew is going to be ready, and we're going to enjoy this stew with some turmeric rice. You can also make this and enjoy it with some chapatis, some rice, or have it by itself. It's your choice. Thank you so much for joining me in this vlog. I'm looking forward to seeing you in another vlog, and I'm really hoping that I'm going to be consistent, because we're here to make every minute in the kitchen worth it. See you next time. Rosamel's World signing off. Today's vlog, we're going to be preparing some plain mashed potatoes and beef stew. I'll be using some tomatoes, onions, dhania stalks and dhania leaves, red and yellow bell peppers, potatoes, and some beef. I have done a video on how I prepare my beef stew, so if you have not watched it, please be sure to watch it. I'll leave the link in the description box. In today's vlog, I'm not planning on doing a voiceover, and so I'll guide you through on how I prepare my plain mashed potatoes. To an empty pot, I'm going to add my potatoes. I'll add some water and a bit of salt. I am going to leave my potatoes to cook until they are fully cooked. Once cooked, I am going to drain the excess water, add some milk and some butter, and I'm going to smash my potatoes and can now serve them.
I'm walking alone, the streets are empty. The only thing I can see is my own silhouette. I'm getting stronger, step by step. The clock is ticking, but there's no time for regrets. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe, trying to protect your soul. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Yeah. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Show any fear. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe, trying to protect your soul. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes. town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe trying to protect your soul. Walking alone, the streets are empty. The only thing I can see is my own silhouette. I'm getting stronger, step by step. The clock is ticking, but there's no time for regrets. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe trying to protect your soul. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Yeah. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Ready to explore right up in the sky. I need you to listen, I need you to hear, and don't show any fear.